Okay, it's diary time. I don't know. I don't understand what it's like to relax. I don't understand simple thoughts. Um, I have no middle emotion. Uh, I'm losing sleep. I just can't. I just can't shut it off up here. Um, when I try to close my eyes and just zone out, it's like walking through a long corridor. Right now I want to say that it's sinister looking, but it's not always. Some places, some areas are dark, and some areas are overly lit, strobe lights or fires. It's loud. There's people everywhere. There's things happening around every corner. And I'm just trying to find one quiet room. 9 times out of 10, I never get there. And when I do get there, I shut the door and hope that it's dark in there so I can close my eyes and forget about things for just a minute so I can maybe take a nap. But I still hear the conversations of all the rooms that I passed in my head. I still see images of random crazy things that I saw on my way. I can feel my eyes darting around the back of my eyelids like I'm in the middle of a crazy tornado and there's a bomb about to go off. Alright. I used to be able to meditate. My keyboard has been a big way that I relax and just zone out. But I haven't even been able to be in tune with my keyboard lately. When I was younger, I used to sit on the bottom of the tub with the shower running and just close my eyes and focus on the sound of the water to clear my head. That was a challenge, but even when I was really little, I could just close my eyes, lay down, and it wasn't like a corridor like it is now. It was like Narnia. My imagination was my own medicine. I feel like at some point in my life, I decided that I wanted to form a career out of my imagination. And at that point, everything became corporate. And I think I built walls around what I had invented with my head in order to refine and mass produce that. And I think that's been happening for 7 years. And I didn't catch it until just a couple years ago, but I think that was a bad move for me to make. I think I entered a downward spiral to where I locked my imagination where it was and tapped it dry. And now my imagination applies to graphic arts really well, and it applies, to music, and everything, but it's not fresh and budding like it used to be. It's not natural anymore. It doesn't just come naturally. My dreams are different. The dreams are still crazy, but they're not magical like they used to be. And I miss that a lot. Every diary I'm saying that I'm scatterbrained. So this is something that I have to consider now. I have to figure out. I think ever since I came into CBL, one of my first written diaries was titled Oblivion, or Phantasmal New Oblivion. So I guess that's more true than I realized at the time. I'm drained. I'm exhausted. I'm happy. I am. You don't even understand how happy I am, because I have no energy to show it. But I can say this. Listen to what I'm about to say, because this is groundbreaking. This is earth-shattering, what I'm about to say. Because I can honestly say this. It's also going to be earth-shattering because I don't think any of you are going to see it coming. I don't think anybody here sees it. Not Maddie, not Robbie, members. I know James sees it. And I think Zach might see it. But I'm going to say this. This is the single most phenomenal time of my life. My life is better now than I've ever even been close to having. All the time I'm taking a cigarette break from life and saying, I can't believe my life right now. Look at my phone. I'm obsessed with this phone. This is the nicest piece of technology that I've ever owned. G3 network, multi-touch screen. I got a sewing machine. I have a scanner coming in the mail. I have all the resources that I need to apply my talents. I'm in a position right now where everything that I can imagine, I can make happen. It's all I ever want out of life. I've networked with people around the world. I love coming into my chats. I love the members. I don't know if I can even try to explain what that feels like to come into a chat. If I'm having a bad time, or not even a bad time, like I'm saying, my life is phenomenal right now. It's just, the thing is that it happened like this. It is unbelievable. I cannot believe that my life is what it is right now. I can't believe it, yet I live it every day. That's a psychological problem. This is why I'm so drained and scatterbrained. To come into a chat, there are some members that pick up on this, and they get involved in my poetry and my diaries, and they can draw a picture out of it an understanding, and they come back to me with feedback. And it just feels, it really feels magical for that to happen. To come into my chats and address the world and get hugs. I've met so many people in my recent life that astound me. I kind of see them as fabled myths. James is the epitome of what I'm talking about. I used to dream of worlds where we were all a little bit like James. And I met Zach. We're getting to know the CBL site members. I love that because everybody comes from some different place, some different walk of life, some different geographic location, even a different time. There's generation gaps, and there's cultural gaps, and these gaps are phenomenal studies. I'm learning a lot of wonderful things. There's so many different kinds of people out there. I've proven a lot to myself. There are two main reasons, sets of reasons that I came into CBL. On a more deeper personal level, I came with an understanding of myself in terms of I've always had a gender conflict with myself. And my sex life is quite particular. And I came into CBL to explore that and also to fully indulge on it. To just kind of go nuts with it, you know what I mean? Just to see what it's like. Because I might not ever have another chance to do that. And to do it on camera is a kinky little quirk for me. There's that too. It's always been a sexual fantasy of mine to be on camera. I think most of that was covered within the last month. I went through this period of inner turmoil while being attacked on my diaries and struggling through all the different sides of the war in my head. I eventually came to an epiphany and a brand new sense of things and a brand new feel of myself, which is awesome. I wrote a song for CBL, did some artwork, and put up a diary that I'm very proud of. As soon as that happened, we went into a new drama. So I think we got that covered. This second set of reasons why I came here is to fulfill something that I've been calling the porn star warrior conquest. And this literally is a reference to my full intent to take over the world. Mark my words. Things that I say are funny, but I don't care. I came here because I know that I thrive in a game element, and and I get off on publicity. I know how to work publicity. All the conditions of a cam house. As a mad scientist, I get very excited. As a criminal mastermind, I get very excited. I saw this as an opportunity for me to network and express myself to the world on a large scale all at once. I know that I have a reputation of I make friends out of everywhere and every place, every group of people I hang out with, everything I do, I have a way of making friends out of it. I inspire people. I know that whenever people spend extended quality time with me, they come away from me thinking about things that they've wanted to do with their imagination, but thinking of it in terms of, I can do that. All these different ways, all these different things that I can do with that. I like being an encouragement to people to do whatever it is that they thought they might have been able to do. I like to say, like, then fucking do it and make it sexy. I love that about myself. I wanted to bring that to the camera, to the world. I guess I'm just gonna come out with some things. I wanted the world to come into the life of cricket instead of just here through my music and through my little projects that I do when I do them. I wanted the world to come and be in my life. I think that's where I work the best, I guess. Actually, I don't even think that's where I work the best, but that's where I seem to be the most effective. I have bipolar temper, quirks, things that we all have that have become a little bit of an issue while I've been here at CBL. They've kept me and Maddie in contention. But in spite of that, I think I have the strongest effect on people who are actually in my life. So, let's bring the entire world into my life, right? Since being in CBL, I've gotten to the #1 spot on the charts for electronic music in Florida, just like I said I would. And I've been discovered by a talent agent who is making my dreams come true. So far, on my books, my checklist to world domination that relates to CBL, I came into CBL and I'm checking them off as I go. So at this point, I'm less concerned with what Maddie thinks of me, with how Robbie relates to me, and what the members have to say, because I'm doing exactly what I came here to do. And I'll tell you this much too. I came here to do something, and that something is big. One thing that I'm most afraid of in life is not living up to myself. I'm terrified of failure. That's why you see me stressed out so much. I'm terrified of failure, and I hate the idea of not living up to myself. I came here with an epic scale goal to accomplish. And now, at this point in time, I can sit here, look at what I've done. I gotta look again. I'm like, are you serious? Am I really seeing this? I pull out a magnifying glass and I analyze what I've done with my time here. And I sit back in my chair as a bomb goes off. I sit back in my chair, dazed, in disbelief, but I say to myself, I did exactly what I came here to do. And that makes me want to cry. I want to bring this to your attention. You can't compare me to other CBL boys. For this, you can't compare my moods and try to understand them in reference to other CBL boys. You can't judge how upset I get over this and that. Because of this reason, I don't think that I'm here for the same reasons that maybe people in the past have been here. This stuff is fucking huge for me. I didn't come here because I had no place to go. In fact, right before I came to CBL, I left from an ex-girlfriend and a former life of strip clubs and strippers and hotel rooms to keep myself off the street, eventually moving up and, having to make that journey of getting yourself off the rocks into an apartment. So living in an apartment was like a phenomenal achievement to me. And I was doing that for a couple years, went to jail, got out, went right back into another relationship like a dumbass. Anyway, I put all that shit behind me, all that negativity, all that unimportant bullshit, all that distraction. I put that behind me and I signed a lease to move into an apartment with James. That was a phenomenal good move for me because that put me into a brand new social network of good, positive, encouraging, creative people, motivated, interesting, cultured people. This is my social network now. Before I unpack and move into Malibu, the apartment over there by the USF campus, CBL happens. I haven't had a breath yet. I'm paying for things with plastic now.